And we back.
We're here at the Barefoot Bandits gaming news desk. We're here with the news today, guys. Whoa, 148 followers.
Oh.
We're at all 49%, guys. So at 300 followers, I'm dressing up as Tinkerbell with glitter on, eyeshadow, all that good stuff for Halloween. So get your friends in here if you want to see me dressed up as Tinkerbell.
I do have this horrible
Anyway.
feeling that chat's about to appear on top of us. But,
The gaming news here on the screen behind me. Let's get to the first slide. Arc 2. Oh boy. Guys. Okay, I'm gonna say this with just take this with a grain of salt. Everything I'm about to say about Arc 2. Okay? Release dates, platform, prices, everything that we know so far, okay? Arc 2 is supposed to be coming out in early access in late 2024. Right. It will
this
feature
year?
soul-like combat, primitive weapons, and a third-person perspective, just like Arc is now. And of course, Vin Diesel is supposed to star as the main character. So, like I said, Arc 2 is supposed to come out in late this year. But I don't know. It was supposed to come out
late last
in
year.
2023, but it took I don't know, wild card SNAIL games kind of turn, and we'll just push it back. So currently, the like I said, the release is early access later this year, supposedly in between Thanksgiving in the States and Christmas worldwide. Yes, in true wild card fashion, Lens, it will never be finished. Ever. And I think I've said previously that Arc 2 will never come out. That's my prediction. Never. Okay. It's supposed to come out on PC, Xbox, and Game Pass. And if you have Game Pass, it's supposed to get it a day early. That's their plan written down. 1 day early.
So 3 weeks later then.
I haven't seen anything of even a whiff of a demo or somebody actually really playing this game. I scoured for hours the other day when I was looking at news stories. I can't find it anywhere. Like, the shit you see right there is as close as I've gotten to that game besides the trailer. That is the screenshot for the trailer. So, I love Arc, but, Arc 2, it ain't. So, and it's supposed to be, like, based on Souls-like combat, primitive weapons, that kind of thing. The launch-based price of it is supposed to be right around $60. So, AAA title money for a AAA game that ain't happening. So, alrighty, that is Arc news. This game right here is called Parallel. It's in open beta right now. I haven't seen too much about this, but have you heard anything about this game, Thor? Do you know anything about it?
I haven't. I went looking when I saw that when you sent the slides over, and couldn't really find it. Lynn's saying she probably won't get.
Probably never get Arc unless it goes on heavy sale. Yeah, I don't know. So, Parallel is open beta right now. It's a card-based, turn-based game.
Okay.
You bank cards for energy, has factions and paragons. That's what those characters are that you see. And it's a play at your own pace kind of game. So if you like card-based and turn-based games, this is the thing for you. I have never... What is that game that Blizzard had that everybody played for a long time? Way back when we first met. Yes. This is supposed to be like that.
Okay.
I tried to get into that game. There was a fellow that we knew when I was part of the BBTV. He was real big into it, and I tried to play it. It just wasn't for me. But that don't mean it's a bad game. Everybody has their what they play and their play style. So But I just wanted to make sure you guys knew if you're into those kind of games, this game is free and an open beta right now.
I might have a look sometime, because I did play Hearthstone for a bit, but then I took a big break from it and everything changed by the time I went back to it. But there's other kind of card-based games that I have played, like Monster Train, and I was really into a game called Storybook Brawl for a bit. Unfortunately, that shut down, unfortunately.
Oh, it's shut down?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to hear.
I think it's a problem with balancing or something that couldn't get quite worked out, and then there wasn't enough people playing it, so it's like, okay, we'll start working on something new rather than try and fix this thing that isn't working.
Lynn says she likes Hearthstone. Is it still a game, like, the people still actively play this game? Is it still with Blizzard?
I think so.
All right, on to the next slide. This. So I have really got lately into the mini PC world. I'm gonna be getting probably the new Raspberry Pi 4, I think is what it's called. I'm probably gonna talk about it in next week's news, but if you don't know what Raspberry Pi is, it's just a mini computer. But the new one, you can buy it. It's all inside a keyboard. Like the whole thing fits in a keyboard. So I'm looking for it. This one though caught my eye this week. You see the picture there in front of you. It's a GPD Pocket 4 featuring the AMD Zen 5 APU. So it's got a touchpad on it in the top right hand corner. It's a mini keyboard and then a touchscreen with a pin that you see flipped over. But this bad boy has an 8.8 inch display with 2.5K resolution and 144 hertz refresh rate. But these are awesome. It's got HDMI out, modular, so you can connect it to a graphics card, and it has a 8 watt battery, which is pretty cool. These are $7.99, which is not bad. Do you remember the Intel NUCs? They were like all the rage when mini PCs first were coming out.
I probably remember if I saw it, but
the NUCs were like known for the mini PCs when they first came out. People wanted, especially like in the office world, like in point of sales, a little PC that you fit on the back of a monitor, and you never saw the
oh
floor.
right, yes,
That's what those were. This though, this is like a coder and mobile person's like wet dream. So, and it has all the cool thing about this is it has the new Ryzen in it, the Zen 5 APU, which means it has the graphics card and CPU combo. So you can do some light gaming. I wouldn't expect to do anything too crazy, but the added bonus of being able to hook a graphics card up to it on the fly, you could really get into some serious shit with that. And you can get a SIM card for it too. Anyways, and you're gonna get one with 64 gigabytes of memory, RAM. You could have yourself a real mean machine there, mobile. All right, on to the next. Our new favorite game, the first Descendant. I just want to go over some of the tiers real quick. There is the newest character that has just come out is supposedly like one of the worst characters in the game. Her name is Luna. She looks like, if you've ever played Overwatch, there's a fellow that's like green. He's a black character, but he has this big like, what do you call it? It's like a gun with like a speaker on the end of it. You remember this guy?
Oh, Lucio
in Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The skater.
So, yes. And apparently, the best character in the game, they're on tiers, is Valby, Lepic, Ajax, and Freya. Those are the A tier characters. So I play Lepic normally. Thor plays Ajax, and Buffy plays Bunny. And Bunny is let's see, is she even a tier on? She might be one of the S tiers, which is like the highest tier. So Bunny and Glay are the like S tier, which people say that you shouldn't play with those characters because they just beat everything.
To be fair, we have just been beaten
lot.
up.
Anyway,
Yeah,
those,
I die a lot with her. So
if you guys play, if you play the first Descendant, let us know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this later on YouTube. What character you play and why you play it. I'd be interested to read those. We do read all the comments, so let us know. All right, next slide.
Actually, just while we're on the first Descendants, one thing I do say I wish there was in it is, like, my character is the very tanky one, Ajax. And it's got all these buffs where you can put shields up and reflective shields, directional ones. But there doesn't seem to be any way to actually, I suppose in other RPGs you'd say taunt your enemy. Like, draw aggro onto yourself. Because there's one thing I noticed last night, it's like I've got all this defensive stuff, but I was just piling round after round into him, doing so much damage, and he's just completely ignoring me. That last boss that we fought. So, yeah, just random thoughts.
So, there's a new free game on Xbox Pass that I think everybody, if you've never played this game, go check it out. This is Mafia, I'm gonna say this wrong. Definitive Edition, that's how you say it. The developers behind Mafia went and redid the game, and it's free. It's basically like a Mafia version of Grand Theft Auto. So if you like GTA games, this is definitely one you should check out. It's open world, set in the old days. I just beat that game again. It's a really great game. That's what Pandemic says. Yep. So it's a GTA. It tried to be a GTA clone, but set in a way back in the way. The city it's in is called Lost Heaven. So but it was I played this game when it first came out. In fact, I played all the Mafia games. I really enjoyed this one the best, and this is a new one. Well, it's not new. They've redone it. So, but if you got Xbox Game Pass, go check it out. Good game. Have you ever played those, Thor?
I haven't, but I don't know. I don't tend to get into the single player ones.
It is a single player game. I will just say, for single player games, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you my game, but I always keep a single player game that works offline downloaded in Steam in case the internet goes down. Or in my case, I had to move around a lot several years ago, and when I was moving and didn't have the internet, I always kept one of the Borderlands games downloaded because it was a pretty immersive game that you didn't have to have the internet for. So,
Fair enough.
this fucker right here, old Kimdotcom. I don't know if everybody remembers that guy. The Mega Upload. Do you remember this guy?
Oh,
He was the founder of Mega Upload. So he has been hiding out in New Zealand, and for a while, for years now, 13 years to be exact. And New Zealand has signed an extradition order to he's gonna come to the U.S. and face charges now. Do you remember all the stuff he got in trouble for? Do you guys remember this?
I don't.
So he got in trouble for, on Mega Upload, you could get movies, you could get files, like software files for everything. He got charged with copyright infringement for $500 million in damage.
Oof.
While at the same time, with Mega Upload, he made $175 million from ads and premium subscriptions. So you used to be able to pay for getting a higher download speed for your pirated software off of Mega Upload. He's coming to the US. The New Zealand Prime Minister has told him to get his shit together and get ready to go. Pandemic says that he thinks Red Dead Redemption 2 is the best single player game out. It's pretty good. I like Red Dead Redemption. I like it. Okay, next slide, sir. And this is our last one. We're going back to SNAIL games.
Oh, yeah.
That's the create.
Well, this is the reason that Arc 2 isn't coming out, isn't it?
This is gonna be the reason Ark is not coming. This is a new AAA title. Now remember, that's what Snail Games is called. Snail Games is the one who in charge of Wildcard who makes Ark. This game right here is a new sandbox space exploration game called For the Stars. I don't know a whole lot about it other than that's what it is, an open space sim. I like space games. I'm a huge Eve fan. I love Eve. I got Thor to play Eve with me for a while, but Eve is a soul crushing game. Like it is just, Eve is I don't know how to explain Eve other than Eve is Eve, but you can do anything you want in Eve. There was a case in Eve several years ago that cost I want to say it was 7 million real. What this guy was, he was a spy. So you can have factions and corporations, which are like the same as like having like the Barefoot Bandits. We could all be a crew together, and it was a pretty big one. I think it had over 400 members, and this guy was in cahoots with the top people in that thing, and he went and he was a spy literally in another corporation, and he cost them $7 million in real world money of what the stuff he did. He stole ships from them. He stole in-game currency. They had a huge ass war, like an in-game war that lasted, I want to say it lasted over 4 months. But the ecosystem in Eve is fucking crazy. But this game is supposed to be kind of like that. So we'll see. It's Snail Games, again, the people that own Ark. So it's called For the Stars. I will definitely check it out if it ever really comes to fruition. It's going to be on the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. But it does not have a release window. Surprise, surprise.
Cool.
Pandemic says, a little off topic, but still in the tech world, what do we think of the Flipper Zero? The Flipper Zero is an infrared device that can do all sorts of things, legal and illegal, and can be paired with a Raspberry Pi. That's they're pretty cool. I encourage everyone, of course, because we're on the internet and streaming things, to keep it legal. So, but yes, it is a infrared device, a little bit bigger than a USB drive that has a analog screen on. And yes, you can do, if you think about what infrared does, you can do all kinds of things. I've seen videos on TikToks of people going through their neighborhoods and opening up everybody's garage doors with them. You can do, it can, if somebody opens their car or starts their car with a remote start button, if they're sitting close enough, you can use the Flipper Zero to memorize that code and use it later on. So that's the illegal side of it. Yes, you can do some really crazy things with it.
Yeah, it's also got NFC built into it as well. So all your NFC things you can read.
Yes. But we here at The Bandit encourage you to keep it on the legal side and use it in that way. Alrighty, that is the news for this evening. I hope you enjoyed that. You want to head back out to the campfire, Thor?
Mm-hmm.